The life of Parliament ends today, paving the way for an election date to be called by June. That's our top story in our Barbados Today morning news update for Tuesday, March the 6th. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. The life of the Barbados Parliament automatically ends today. As a result, Prime Minister Francis Stewart must now call the general election by June. The Mia Mottley-led opposition Barbados Labour Party has already set the campaign trail ablaze as it picks up steam with the staging of several major political mass meetings streamed live. The incumbent Democratic Labour Party's mass campaign is yet to gather momentum. The fringe political parties are also due to make their presence felt by setting up mass platforms across the island. In related news, the National Union of Public Workers is suggesting that any hope of securing a pay increase for public servants will rest with the incoming government. In order for workers to get an increase before the general elections, Parliament has to approve a supplementary to the 2017-2018 estimates. In addition to statutory emoluments, such as salaries, have to be approved by an Act of Parliament. Now, yesterday afternoon, NUPW President Akani McDowell told Barbados Today the fulfillment of any deal struck at this stage will be dependent on the party that forms the next government. Meanwhile, a senior banker says uncertainty surrounding the general election date is taking a toll on the country's investment climate. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Republic Bank Barbados Limited, Anthony Clerk, said potential investors have pulled back and are in a wait-and-see mode as Barbadians await a poll date. In addition to the indecision linked to the election, the banker also singled out the economy for a reluctance by investors to put their money into projects here. In other news now, the son of a St. Joseph woman who has been missing for the past 5 days is prepared for the worst but still hoping for the best. Police say 66-year-old Gloria Mears of Cleavers Hill, St. Joseph, was last seen around 5:15 p.m. on Wednesday, February the 28th by residents in Gaggs Hill in the same parish. Mears' sudden disappearance has left members of her family quite shaken, especially the eldest of 4 children, Junior Edgel, who said he had a conversation with his mother just before leaving home around 4 o'clock on Wednesday, and everything seemed fine. However, about 4 hours later, he got a call from his stepfather alerting him to her disappearance. Edgel said he left home just after 4 o'clock and his mother was talking well. However, he said she was later picked up on surveillance cameras leaving home just 4 minutes behind him and walking fast. Since then, the distraught son said he had also received reports that his mother was seen in St. Elizabeth Village in St. Joseph sitting under a tree. She still remained at large up to last night.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. RBC Royal Bank, with outlets in Barbados, is closing 2 more locations in Trinidad next month. And on the international scene, a former Russian spy was in critical condition in Britain yesterday after exposure to an unidentified substance. We pick up the story in this Euronews report.
A former Russian spy was in intensive care on Monday after being exposed to an unknown substance in the UK. That's according to a source close to an investigation into the incident, who said the man is Sergei Skripal, a former military intelligence officer who was convicted in Russia in 2006 of spying for Britain. Police said 2 people had been found unconscious on a bench in the city of Salisbury on Sunday, a 66-year-old man and a 33-year-old woman.
Both are currently in a critical condition in intensive care. Because we are still at the very early stages of the investigation, we are unable to ascertain whether or not a crime has taken place. A major incident, however, has been declared today, and a multi-agency response has been coordinated.
Skripal was granted refuge in the UK after a spy swap between the US and Russia in 2010. Relations between Britain and Russia have been strained since ex-KGB agent Alexander Litvinenko was poisoned with polonium-210 in London in 2006.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.